She's got a smile and it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories. Welcome to TAMBAAAY. I'm your host, Pardo. WW. What's up, brother?
Yeah. Sweet child of mine.
Sweet child of mine. I'm pretty. I came from the gym, so my lungs are all open and shit. That's always the best time. Whenever we used to have before a concert, I always work out so that my lungs are all open.
There you go.
So I know I can hit the notes. Or in my version.
Hey, you hit it, man. You hit it.
Right?
No, hey,
my version, not
great,
the Axel version of the notes. But...
Hey, it sounded great. It sounded great.
Thanks, brother. How have
That's
you been,
coming from somebody that can't hit. That's coming from somebody that can't hit any notes.
You would be able to, man. It's all about training, man. I was tone deaf when I started to sing, bro. For better
really?
Like high school, I was tone deaf for shit. I had to learn that, man. Plus,
I would love to do that for my daughter.
Yeah, I could
get her some training.
Hook you up with some vocal coaches, man. They give you like.
For sure, dude. I'd be totally down with that.
Right, because I remember back then it was no skill coupled with the what's the English term for tigas na ulo? You know what I mean? Hard-headedness.
The
hard-headedness of not wanting to learn shit because it's rock and roll, you know. So,
right.
No improvement for the first 4 years of being in the band, and then I realized, man, I gotta do something about my singing, man. So that's when I started getting coaches and shit. Anyway, how have you been, brother? We were talking offline. About fucking toycon.
I've been busy. You know, fatherhood, and work. Yeah, work is keeping me busy. We're winding down all Filipino Cup. So busy with that. My farm is up and running.
Are you guys in the playoffs?
No. Actually, we're winding down the eliminations. We're at the bottom portion of the standings. Unfortunately, we still have a tiny shot of making it to the quarterfinals. But
is this for 3x3?
No, this is for 5-on-5. We did 5-on-5. Yeah. So
weren't you guys
that's winding down.
Runner-ups last season, right?
No. That's something totally different. So that's winding down. Working with Signal. So doing some stuff with them. NBA Philippines, doing some stuff with them. So just a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I didn't know that.
NBA Philippines.
What are you doing?
NBA Philippines.
What are you doing for NBA Philippines?
Yeah. So I do articles. I do some videos. Haven't done any yet, but that's the scope of the work right there.
What do you mean, like videos, like on camera?
You know, NBA Philippines. Yeah, NBA Philippines. They have like some Q&As with certain guest writers like myself. And we'll be doing stuff like that.
Writers, you do some writing shit? That's cool.
I'm venturing into writing articles and stuff like that.
Nice. You've been reading? That helps a lot when you write.
I've been doing a lot of reading now. I've been doing actually ever since I started doing the site, the commentating stuff, the analyst work with Signal and with the UAAP.
Yeah.
I've done a lot more reading, a lot more sports reading.
So much better.
Yes, a lot more sports reading. Just seeing, getting examples of how all of these other writers put their thoughts to paper.
Yeah.
Put their thoughts down on paper, because I really haven't written much
since
about
grade school?
Anything since college. Okay. But being a basketball fan, we talk the game a lot.
Of course, for sure.
So it's all here. Now, how to transfer it from here to paper
is another deal.
That's a whole nother skill.
Hell yeah.
And I'm trying to get that down. So no formal classes, but just I get a lot of help. NBA Philippines will and the writers and the editors will give me a lot of help, a lot of critiquing. But ultimately, it's gonna be my thoughts on paper.
Yep.
With a lot of editing. With a lot of editing.
For sure. Thesaurus is your best friend.
Mm.
You know, do you use that a lot? I use that a lot.
Yeah, man. Just trying to find different ways to get my point across, and so that it's not always, you know, efficient.
Yeah,
efficient.
You know what I mean? You keep on using.
Yeah.
And then like always shows up, that word like.
That's the word that that's the word that you and I talked about, how I gotta you know, I think and also you know
that tears me apart. That tears me apart so much, especially when people are interviews and shit. Oh man, too many you knows.
you know. So
where are you
just
from?
Trying to be conscious, just trying to be conscious about it, and then hopefully in time, I'll totally eliminate that from my vocabulary, and it'll just be all, you know, all substance.
Now that you mentioned you were on NBA TV, I think my dad caught you on something. He said, that Willie Wilson guy's your friend, right? I think I saw him on NBA TV. I think he's not doing NBA TV. I think he's doing like the PBA stuff. He's like, I think I saw him on. Were you on something?
No, I haven't done anything on NBA TV. It's going to be the website NBA Philippines.
Okay.
.ph, the website, and then as far as the PBA, no, I haven't worked with the PBA. So it's just UAP, which is also under Signal.
Yeah. Your best performance that I've seen, at least, was the championship game. That was, you were all over. We felt it. We're like, that's my boy. And did I tell you the story? Did I tell you the story that when we were watching it, and then they're like, we were eating dinner and we were listening to it. It was a Sunday, right? So everyone was there, but the TV was on. You know, we would hear it and glance every now and then. And they're like, "That's your boy, right?" I'm like, "Yep, that's it." And I said, "Watch this, Willie, magtagalog ka." And then I shit you not, bro. Like on cue, you went, "Napakagaling!" They're like, "Whoa!" I told you, man. He my boy.
You know, when I'm on doing the coverage, when I'm covering games, you can text me.
What?
I got my phone. My phone right there with me.
There you go. I didn't even.
You can send me a text.
It was the force, bro. I just went. I shit you not. I'm like, listen, because I was.
Did you do this to the TV?
Huh?
Did you Obi-Wan the TV?
Yeah, not even. I was cocky. I was like, watch this, Willie, magtagalog ka. And I shit you not. You went something like, napakagaling nung tira. And everyone was like, whoa! I'm like, I told you it was my boy. Because I was listening to your rhythm. I'm like, I know where he's going. And I shit you up, bro.
Yeah.
Did I tell you this? Did we talk about this?
No. This is my first time hearing this.
So funny, dude. But I did text you after the game, remember? I'm like, dude, that was a good performance.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the love. And the criticism.
I know you appreciate the critique, too. I get...
Yeah, all the
but it does
all the criticism, right? all the critiques, because that's how I get better.
Exactly. And that's what I was
telling how I get better.
People, especially with the when we're doing the podcast and our, you know, my quote unquote relationship with you guys. I'm like, the reason I like dealing with them because they're so open to, they're used to getting criticism. They're not like, oh, this dude's hurting my feelings with this shit or whatever gay shit. You know what I mean? You guys take it on the.
I think it comes along with being an athlete, and you know that as well because I mean you compete, so you know what it's like to, you know, you need the criticism. To improve. You need it.
Yeah. Did you watch?
That's the only way.
We'll get on Thor in a little bit, but did you watch? What's that? The Winning Time.
Man, everybody keeps telling me to get on that, but I haven't. Telling you
for months.
I know. I haven't had. You know what? I haven't.
One scene. There was this one.
I haven't seen Moon Knight. I haven't seen Winning Time.
Winning Time, you gotta see. I'm telling you.
Miss Marvel's out, right? Miss Marvel.
Didn't bother. Not gonna bother with that shit. Anyway, there was this one scene. Kareem was like, he was in the car with his wife, and they were talking trash about his game and his attitude on the radio, and his wife saw like, we don't need to listen to that. He goes, leave it. And I'm like, whoa, this is, you know what I mean? This is a dude who's willing to fucking hear all your shit, and you know what I mean? And I remember you guys. I'm like, see, that's a fucking attitude. I don't care. You say all the shit. it will only make me better. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
give it all to me. Give me all the criticism.
Yeah.
I want to know it all. I
Yeah.
mean, do I mean I'm gonna filter out what I feel is needed
Exactly. Or which
because
ones?
I'm a grown ass man. But at
Exactly.
the same time, what one, again, I said,
There you go.
I
That's like your
I just want to be aware.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just
And
want
you
to
know
be
which one
aware.
is
I just want to be aware.
which ones are not constructive and which ones are constructive. You know what I mean? If it's like,
Mhm.
dude, your performance was shit. That's not constructive. You know, be constructive by saying you do a lot of ums, you
Yeah.
do a lot of but.
Why? Why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why
Tell
and
me why.
what? How do I
Because I got
improve? You know, how do
yeah,
I
because
make this good?
I got messages from friends that we just always tease each other, joke around, and
Mm.
step up your commentating, bro. And I'm just like, okay, I want to, but
How?
how?
Yeah.
How? In what aspect?
Yeah.
Where do I need this energy? Do I need more
Yeah.
energy? Do I need to add more, add more variety in my vocabulary?
Yeah.
What? Like, tell me what? Do I need to make my voice deeper?
No,
Or
I told you
what?
about that already, right? I'm like, because you got
I don't
speaker
know.
voice. It's always like,
I don't know if I can make it deeper, but
no, don't.
do I
It's fine as it is.
swallow a grenade or something? Swallow a grenade? A hand
You can
grenade?
only go. The only time you go deeper is when you're doing a voice or a character or singing. But when you're like
Okay.
commentating, it's always you know your tone. This is your tone, right? Because if you go
hmm
fake like this, it's gonna sound like you're doing a character more than yourself. So when
hmm
people hear you,
hmm
they don't hear that. So me, I would
Yeah.
when it comes to hosting or whatever, it's never go deeper. Just fucking do your own voice. When I sing, I do deeper. Because like when I do like an Eddie Vedder song or whatever, you know, like a deep baritone voice. That's when I take that shit out. You know what I mean?
Real talk, I don't think I can even go deeper. No homo.
Yes, you can. Let's do it now. Just do a deep voice. Get it from diaphragm.
Wait, what are we talking about? We're still talking about my voice.
Yeah, like
We're still talking
right
about my voice?
now. Just try to do it. Just reach
Okay.
for it deep inside.
Okay, I thought we were talking about something.
There you go. There you go. That's fucking deep.
But I can't maintain that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't maintain that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
I
why I
can't
don't do
maintain
it.
that.
Because you're gonna be like
And that, and that,
from
and,
like this,
and
and you
I
go
don't
like this.
want,
All of a sudden, you sound like you're
Yeah.
fucking going through puberty.
and I don't want to come out being somebody that I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to sound as authentic as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all that matters to me is that I'm coming off authentic. This is who I am. This is what I sound like.
Yeah, it's good.
So
I told
if
you,
you-
right?
if you-
the energy even. With
So
your
if you
voice,
catch me outside, I'm gonna sound the same.
exactly. You can't sound like no Ali Peak who's got like a very baritone voice. That's his stuff, you know.
Nah, see, yeah, that's the Ali Peak. Like he's got that Morgan Freeman. I'm gonna narrate the Bible voice.
He does have that Morgan Freeman, huh? Like a little bit of a
Right, he does, man. And he's blessed. He's blessed with that. It's a blessing.
Yep. We were talking about it offline. Again, we'll got to Thor. Trust me, I love the movie a lot, and I really want to wax poetic. I even wrote notes. But let's talk about ToyCon real quick, man. Notes.
Yeah, let's talk about ToyCon.
You came fucking early, man. I told you I was gonna. I really tried because was the traffic bad coming into it? ToyCon.
No.
Because you were very
ToyCon
early.
opened at 10. ToyCon opened at 10. We got in there around 10:30.
Okay.
The issue I had was I didn't know that I had to buy tickets. So
Really?
I'm thinking like all right, you just people wanna sell their toys. So
Mhm.
I mean
Is this
you're
the
not
first
gonna be
ToyCon
in there
you've been
unless
to?
yeah, it's my first ToyCon.
Oh shit! I would have been there. I would have loved to be there for your.
So
Cherry
I'm assuming that it's like a bazaar.
It is.
We're in
for free.
Yeah, so you go because you're in there to spend money. So why do I need to spend money to get in to a place that I'm going to spend money, which I spent money? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm going to spend money here. So you're gonna make me spend money to go somewhere to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there. But obviously, my kids, I'll spend money for my kids. So we get in there. Well, first of all, I had to find where to buy the tickets. I'm talking to the guard, and the guard is like, "Yeah, you just buy it over there. Just go down. It's beside this one store. I forget the name of the store." Yeah, I'm like, "Where? There's no ticket booth here." I go back to the guard, and I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude?" And then some person dressed in cosplay, "No, they're now selling the tickets upstairs." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, guard, for not being informed." Yeah, at the entrance.
Yeah. The rightmost.
Okay, so yeah, the rightmost. So we line up. There's a line. You know, it's like going to Enchanted Kingdom.
Not bad, though. It's moving, right?
The line's moving fast. Yeah, the line's moving fast. So we purchase our tickets, and then what do we do next? We leave because I'm thirsty. All right. So we go get like a fruit shake. So we're hanging out at the fruit shake area.
Inside? Is this one
chilling? No, just downstairs.
Oh, you got it from outside.
So I'm like, we got our ticket. Yeah, we got our tickets already. And I don't know if drinks and food are allowed inside because we're dealing with toys. And I'm assuming that these are collectibles. The owners wouldn't want food and drinks around their toys. I wouldn't want that around my toys. I mean, you got kids there. Yeah. Kids, food and drinks, those don't go well together.
Hell no.
What if a kid, oops, you know, spill their fruit shake all over the toys.
Yeah.
Right? All over the collectibles. Right? Pokemon cards. Get wet. That'd be a disaster, right? I mean, does it make sense? So I'm like, all right, so before we go inside, let's fill our bellies. Let's go get a fruit shake so that when we're in there, we're not hungry, we're not thirsty. The best thing is a fruit shake. It's filling. It'll quench your thirst. So so we do that first. Then we go up, and it is packed in there, man.
Right.
It is packed.
Right.
So me, the way I do things is I start at the first row, and I want to make sure that my kids get to see each and every row possible, every stall, everything being sold, and my kids were geeking out, right? So
everyone.
The thing though for me is no, just the two. The youngest, she'll probably break some stuff in there.
That was like okay, go.
It just felt like everybody was wearing masks, which was good.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I hope I make it out of here without COVID.
Same here,
because I mean, COVID, the way everybody was just like, you know, stuck together, it's a fire hazard. Because there was no crowd control. They just let nothing. They just let everybody in there. So, I made the comparison to walking with shackles on your ankles.
Yes.
Because you couldn't take full steps. You couldn't take full steps. You had to be like this. Like literally like this. Yes. And then me being 6'3", not being able to take full steps was torture.
Oh yeah. Dude.
So by the time we get to the last row, I'm like rushing my kids like, all right, have you guys seen what you want to get? Because we went back and my daughter was like, okay, I want to get this, I want to get that, you know, like this. And I gave them like a budget. She got this Japanese speaker doll thing. I forget the name of it. It's like looks like a geisha, but like a modern day geisha with short, whatever. I'm pretty sure there was like 10 cosplay characters in there with us of that character that she got, but she really geeked out for the characters. So she narrowed it down to 3. And out of the 3, we kept going back and forth to the 3 stalls. And I was just like, please choose already. Cameron ended up buying a sword that he sleeps with now.
Which one? What sword?
I forget the sword that he got. It might have been like
it wasn't a lightsaber.
One piece from the One Piece game, or Tenjiro. What was the Tenjiro from that show or a different one. There's one of those, and I was like, look, dude, think about it some more. We can always come back to it. And then when he finally chose, okay, I want this sword, I got to pay Gcash, right? But there's no signal.
Signal was shit. Yeah.
So I gotta take the Gcash QR code and go outside pay outside, and then walk back inside. And how are they supposed to check? Because they ain't got no signal.
So one of them had to.
So they had to walk outside, yeah, to make sure that they received it. But you know, we made it out.
Did you make it to the collector's room? Did you get to see my shit?
We didn't get into the collector's room. My kids didn't want to go in there.
Oh, okay. Why? That was a good fucking area.
They were only interested in things that you can buy.
Ah, okay. I gotcha.
Can't buy anything in there, so yeah, I didn't want to force them to go in there.
But Tito Pael's shit is in there.
What? You didn't tell me.
I told you. I was a participant. I had the swing pass. I had like the swing pass.
No, I assumed that you had. I assumed you had a booth. You said you had a shelf, so I assumed that you had a shelf on one of the booths.
No. It was in the collector's.
I didn't know your stuff was in the collector's room.
In the collector's room, man.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't specify. You didn't specify.
I ended up having
two
shelves.
I tried to stay in there as long as I could to wait for you to get there.
Yeah. I know.
And I was just like, man, I up to my.
Yeah.
Dude, look. We were at Cardi Mart yesterday, right? Looking at fish. We were at Cardi Mart looking at fish, and I couldn't even last looking at fish for my kids. So you know, I told my wife and my daughter, and I'm like, look, you know what? I'm gonna just wait for you at the car. And, you know, just when you're done, they bought a fighting fish. They bought some other fish.
Oh shit, those things are hard.
You know, we have a nice little,
They're
you know,
always fucking fighting and shit, right?
No, we don't. We have them separate.
Exactly, but even if they're separate, they look at each other like they want to kill each other.
They look at each other and they
right.
Yeah, they look at each other and they square up, like their gills like flare out. It's crazy.
Exactly.
But it's cool, funny. Right? What's amazing is if you put a mirror in your tank, and the fighting fish looks at the mirror, and it's like it's looking at another fighting fish.
I have seen them look at each other.
That's what you do.
Like different containers. They're like just like what the.
Yeah, they look at each other and they want to. Let's get it on, dude. Let's get it on.
I did have 2 shelves. That was fun. I had, remember Wayne's World? Swing. I call it the swing pass. So I was able to go in.
Man, if only I knew, dude. If only I knew. Because every time I look by a stall that had the way that you sculpt your toys, right?
Yeah.
I like to compare it to the Hot Toys because it's Hot Toys is very similar.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is that Pael's? Is that Pael's?
And there was no way for us to get in touch inside when you were inside because there was no fucking signal.
Yeah, because I had no signal. I had 0 signal.
Yeah. It was fun.
So you know what? I'm looking at my phone and I'm like, you know, I want to send pictures to my wife of the kids looking at toys, but
it was too packed.
It just wouldn't send.
There was just no way, dude. There was no way. When I got there around,
I went in there and I went in there knowing that it was going to be packed. So I went in there and I spoke to myself before I went in there. I'm like, you're going into a situation that you're not going to be comfortable with. Just be comfortable being uncomfortable because it's not for you. It's for your kids. And it's for their joy.
Yeah. You didn't have an ounce of fun inside though?
Initially, probably like the first 10 minutes.
and
then after that, I was just like, because I really hate enclosed spaces.
Yeah. My cousin is one of the organizers of that thing.
I don't, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I told them, because they used to, before this, the past 2 toy cons were in SMX. And that was so much better, bro. Mm-hmm. It was so much better because it was more, you know, there was a lot of people.
It was
but
bigger.
It's bigger.
Bigger.
It got more, you know, moving. You can
Yeah.
walk. I could clown around with my camera guy. Because this time I brought a
Yeah,
camera.
dude. Like make the aisles wider.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
make
this
it
is-
like Divisoria, dude. It's like Divisoria.
Yeah. They
The
underestimated
aisles were
themselves.
so tight.
I told them.
If
bro,
you're looking at one, yeah.
Uh-huh. It was just the
If you're
aisle is
looking
like
at one side
3 people thick,
and another
right?
person's looking, yeah, dude. Like so, if somebody's looking at a stall on this side
Mhm.
and somebody's looking at a stall on this side,
There's only one.
dude, you're
one-
gonna have a tough time walking through.
Exactly.
It's like it's a bottleneck. It's a bottleneck.
What it reminded me of was like a weekend. I don't know if you've been to Toy Street in Hong Kong. A weekend in Hong Kong with the Toy Street. It's like that, bro. Everyone, and these are like buildings and buildings of toys. Everyone's just like, you know, let's call it the penguin walk. Everyone's penguin walking the fucking the North Pole or whatever. It's that bad. But at the same time, you know, you gotta do it. I only found joy when people started leaving. Because when I got there, fucking the Voltes team showed up, bro. Did you know this? Yeah. The Philippines,
Wow.
GMA specifically, bought the rights for Voltes 5. So we're producing. They've already shot the whole series, I think. They're just doing the VFX. So the whole fucking Voltes 5 team showed up. I have a video up for TAMBAAAY because I got a camera guy with me.
Okay.
Dude, the camera guy was he's shorter than me, and he's like, imagine being shorter in packed fucking situation. It was just so
You
tight.
can't breathe.
No, I couldn't breathe, dude.
You can't breathe.
You can't breathe. Like, and the Voltes team showed up, so everyone's like, boom! All of a sudden, we're like, oh fuck, the Voltes team is here, and they were walking. They were taking pictures, and then they got to the stage. I don't know if you noticed that there was a stage, like in the left side.
Yeah, no. We saw the Star Wars lightsaber academy.
Oh, there you go. PLG, my boys.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boys.
Yeah, we were watching that.
So that's why Cam wanted a sword. Was it? Or was it more of a one-piece thing?
Nah, he's just really into swords. Hey, what that sword that you bought? What show is that from? Or what game? Demon Slayer.
Oh, there you. Is that for kids? I really dig their.
Whose character is that? Who? It's the Zenitsu sword.
Who?
I don't know. Tito Pael is asking if that's for kids. Demon Slayer.
It's not. I know it's not. It's pretty graphic.
There's no blood.
Really?
There is, but he said there is, but some.
No, but your kid. You guys watch Mortal Kombat together, so Demon Slayer is gonna be a.
Yeah.
Part.
Nah, he's okay. He's okay with it.
Yeah, we'll do a quick pause and let's get back to.
Okay.
We'll get to Thor in 3, 2. There you go. So that's our quick rundown of the ToyCon experience, dude. I really wish I was there for it, but being there at like 2, I had to stay because I knew I had to stay till like almost closing time because you know I had to meet all the people and shit.
Well, you can, and you got your stuff there too.
Exactly, my stuff's there, so I had to not watch it, but I did like a repose of the figures from Sean Kemp.
I wish when is the next ToyCon going to be?
Next year. As in that kind of ToyCon is going to be around that time next year. We used to have
Really?
like 5 cons a year, yeah.
Yeah, dude, why not?
COVID. People are still a bit scared.
Yeah.
Asia
Makes
Pop
sense,
Comic
makes
Con
sense.
was usually the next big one that comes around
Okay.
July, August, but that's not.
Well, just
local
keep me informed
Of
because
course, always, brother. Always.
I mean I'd love to support what you're doing.
Thanks,
I think
brother.
the stuff that you're doing is man, it's art, man.
It is
It's art.
That's what I.
Legit.
Thank
Legit,
you.
and it should be appreciated and celebrated.
Thank you. Speaking of celebrating art and beautiful shit we've seen, fucking Thor, bro. Let's get into it. What did you think? What are your thoughts? We saw it. I saw it opening day. Well, second to opening day because the week it opened was ToyCon week. Remember? So after Thursday was Ingress. So after I displayed my shit there, then I got the swing pass. Swing. Right? I got the swing pass. Went straight to the fucking theaters in IMAX where we watched Top Gun, which we can talk about a little bit later
Right.
too. So I watched fucking Thor there, IMAX 3D. You go first because I got my thoughts on it.
I felt that it was a happy, fun, just enjoyable movie, man. I enjoyed every part of it. The collection of the visuals that we got, just all the colors. I felt like it was on shrooms, which is always cool for me. The soundtrack was
fucking
the badass,
right? They call it needle drops. You know how you drop the needle on a record.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Taika Waititi's needle drops were like, oh, it just
the soundtrack,
woo!
The timing of the music was just great, and that's why I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I put Guardians because I love Guardians. It's not everybody's favorite.
Same here.
But if you have a solid soundtrack, something that because I do a lot of association. So if I can associate songs with movies, you know, and I still bump the Guardians soundtrack. Guardians 1, Guardians 2. I still bump that soundtrack to this day. And I feel like I'm gonna be bumping this, this Thor Love and Thunder soundtrack for years to come.
Yeah.
Just because Sweet Child. come on, man. It's just
the way he fucking did it.
Just
too,
so
man.
on point. And then the story. The story was cool, man.
Was cool.
You had action.
Yeah.
You had romance.
Right. For fucking
dude,
once, it was
Jane Fonda came back.
Fucking Taika, man. That's the magic of fucking Taika. Yeah. Even that start, right?
Yeah.
The famous Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
No. Jane Foster.
Jodie Foster. You called her Jodie Foster.
Going back to the Guardians.
And Korg, dude. Korg, his character is Korg. Yeah. Narrating.
That's Taika, right?
Yeah, that's Taika. Narrating Thor, Thor's journey.
Yeah.
He went from dad bod to god bod.
Dude, I was crying in that. And then when they kick in with Enya, remember in the start?
Yeah.
And who cares? I'm like, I was crying, dude. I'm like, wait, rewind. Let's rewind back. The cold open. Christian Bale. Did you get to start the movie from the?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The cold open with
the way his daughter dies.
Right, and then fucking the rage.
I love him.
Against the
I
God.
love Christian Bale.
I love Christian.
I love Christian Bale.
It was a character. It's not Bruce Wayne. It was like, as I said, when I posted on Facebook, Christian Bale's performance was American Psycho meets shit. I don't even remember what I said. It was American Psycho plus like something else, and you get fucking gore. You know what I mean? The God Butcher, his pain. And the start, you're like, if I were him too, I'd be pissed at all the fucking gods.
Yes.
Motherfuckers, right?
Yes, dude. Like, you desolated our land. We worshipped you. Till death.
Yeah.
My daughter died, and then you're over here
like a pig,
just in your oasis. In your oasis, just crapping on my pain, man. And
I'm
dude,
like, wow, so this is fucking deep. That's what I love. Going back to what you said about
Christian Bale, dude. I think he just made it into my top 10.
He's always been there for me. I would even say he's my top 5. That's how much I love that dude. I've seen, I think, all of his works.
Man, there's a lot of great actors. Top 10, yeah, but
5.
I gotta have Denzel.
Denzel
Pacino,
hasn't
De
come
Niro.
up with anything good though for the past how many years, right? Think about it.
Hey, everything that he's done in the past.
Yeah, that's.
I got Denzel, De Niro, Pacino,
Pacino, I've outgrown Pacino. I feel like I've outgrown him.
I'll never outgrow Pacino, man. Any Given Sunday, come on.
See, but after that, he hasn't done anything in a while. You get what I mean?
These are older guys though, so you gotta look at body of work. So that's what I'm basing it off of.
True. Wait, let me.
But I mean, that's a topic for another.
I know. let me put back. Ooh, someone's mature and keeping us in line today.
Hey! I'm
that's
growing.
What television experience,
I'm growing,
brother.
I'm growing.
That's television experience for you right there. I didn't even have to do it. You corrected yourself. I like that.
I'm growing.
No, I want to hit back on what you said about the comparison between Guardians and Thor, because these are two, I would say, similar directors. James Gunn and Taika Waititi. They both use powerful soundtracks, a lot of humor, and I would say the biggest difference between them is fucking Taika knows the heart. You know what I mean? He knows when to stop with the stupidity and fucking tell a good story. With James, right? It's just deep. You know, going back to his older shit like What We Do in the Shadows and Jojo Rabbit. Have you seen Jojo Rabbit?
I haven't seen
where
that.
Where he plays fucking Hitler. It's so stupid the whole time. Yeah, he plays Hitler, bro. And it's a stupid. It's funny, but at the same time, it's so heavy. The fucking subject material is about the Holocaust and shit, but he puts a lot of humor. But then, the difference between him and James Gunn just goes off the rails, period. Taika, Ali's calling. Wait. Commercial break. Yo, we're on. Yeah, go. Click the link. We're on. It's gonna show up. Wait, let me put on the chat, the participant, just so I know when he's on. You know what I mean? And fucking type James, except for Peacemaker. Have you seen Peacemaker?
I have not seen Peacemaker.
That is good. That's a lot of heart. John Cena brings it on, bro.
I love John Cena though. There's so many shows that there's so many shows that I have not gotten into, man.
I'm telling you,
I just finished Stranger Things though. I finished Stranger Things.
I can't get into it anymore. It's like
I love me some Stranger Things.
It's not as that's not the 80s to me. That's like 80s soundtrack with current day kids. You know, I don't want to hear about your gay problems, and I mean literal gay problems, bro.
It reminds me of the Goonies and.
I feel like it's trying to remind me so hard of that. You get what I mean? I don't feel it's.
That's why I watch it. And I reminisce of they had roller rings, and I did all that in my childhood, man. That's why That's why I watch it, because it just reminds me of my childhood. Obviously, there were no homosexuals. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there were.
But
I just didn't know that they were.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like that in the 80s. It wasn't like, ooh, how do I tell her I like her? I'm like, when I saw that after episode 1, I'm like, stop, not doing this shit. I'm not listening.
Well, I didn't experience that growing up.
Same here. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? There were gay people, but they were, not as. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. Let's get back to Taika. And so for me, Taika does it better than James Gunn. Save, movies wise, but because except for Peacemaker, dude, you have to see it. James Gunn does a lot of heart in that too. But not as much as fucking. I don't know, that Enya song at the start. Everything, it was just solid. And Dad Bud to God Bud. And then he did the Achilles thing. Remember how Achilles?
Dude, it's Taika's accent, man, with gore. It's just really good.
Yeah, isn't that his normal speaking voice? I think it's. I
don't think so. I think he
makes a character out of it.
He put a little spin on it. The character that I didn't like, though, you may disagree, was I didn't like Russell Crowe.
What? Okay, let me hear it.
I think because it's supposed to was that supposed to be a Greek accent?
I felt like it was a Russian accent. That's what he was going
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're supposed to be a Greek god. I thought he was funny, but for what he was supposed to be trying to be, I just thought that he missed the mark.
How? He was trying to be an unlikable asshole. That was the.
No, yeah, he did that. But I'm just if I need to just nitpick, on anything,
go.
it's he could have. done better. Come on, baby. just go with the flow, baby. Right? It just
I loved it.
The accent was off. But his character being that he hit the mark with that.
Right. And it was a different.
Obviously,
and the guy had the fucking goal to wear cut sleeves where he's not cut for shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I liked it because it was pompous. It was like a
and I understand the reason why he was like that and why he didn't want to help, because he's probably like, you know what? Why do I need to help? Why do I need to help you? Nobody worships me anymore. You know, I'm just gonna chill here, have an orgy, and right.
Yeah. I love that part where he threw his lightning bolt, right? And it just goes Zeus. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I'm like, I was just all in for it, man. I was all in for it. Here's one. Oh, I'll wait for Ali when I ask that question. But how about? I loved how Jane Fonda, Natalie Portman again.
Jodie Foster.
You know how big of a Natalie Portman fan I am. I'm Natalie.
Dude, I'm in love with that girl.
I love that girl. You know,
that's my black swan.
Fuck yeah, she deserves every inch of that fucking Oscar that she got for that. And that rug munching scene, damn, bam, love that rug munching scene. Again, see, I told you I'm not anti-LGBT. I'm for that shit. I'm for the L, not the G. Wait, I want to bring it back to. Remember how I hated Masters of the Universe? That Tila takes over the show. You know what I mean? And we're like, that's not me, man, dude. What the fuck are we doing here? None of that was here. I was so worried coming into it that this is gonna be a Jane Foster Thor, the mighty Thor, mighty Thor bringing the show. It wasn't. It was all in support of you know what I mean. It was still Thor's story.
I thought there was a solid balance. By
balance, you mean that it was...
No, it wasn't 50-50. It was not 50-50.
That's my question.
I would say maybe 70-30.
Right? Perfect.
Right?
Well, not like...
70-30.
You know what I mean when I say Tila and He-Man? That wasn't a...
Yeah.
That was a 70 Tila, 30 He-Man, you know?
But Jane's story had significant impact in the movie, and it really steered the direction of where Thor was going. You know, it had a huge impact on the movie in a whole, which is why I felt she was like the 30% of her being in that movie was extremely significant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm listening. No,
I mean, she played those cancer scenes so well, man.
Right.
So well.
Oh man,
I was like, Cam, how did you feel when you saw Thor's girlfriend being sick in the movie? Oh, he thought Thor was gonna help her become not sick anymore.
In the and they were pretty faithful to the comics too. She doesn't make it through in the comics.
Really?
Either. Yeah.
So Mjolnir couldn't save her?
No, it was eating her up. And one thing that I thought that it could have done a little bit better, but I didn't want to see that much. Remember, because in the comics, she's bald because of the cancer. She's fucking stage 4, so she's bald. And remember how Natalie?
I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they didn't do that to her in the movie.
Me too. I'm glad. I'm like, I wouldn't have, because seeing her with dark eye bags and all sick and shit already broke my heart. You know? Yeah,
man. My goodness.
And she was like, and I loved her optimism. It was. There you go. I loved her optimism, in spite of what was happening to her. She's like, "You're stage 4. How many stages are there? 4." That we know of. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's optimism that's in line with the character.
She's a true scientist through and through,
and an optimist too, which I love. Like,
she was gonna try to science the shit out of cancer.
Yeah, I loved it. It was a fighter right there. You know, she was fighting even in spite of what she was going through. Fucking
Yes,
dick.
sir.
Loved it. Wait, Ali's all like.
So Mjolnir,
There
Mjolnir
you
kind
go.
of like zap.
What's going on,
What's up,
guys?
Peak?
What's up? My bad, man. I fell asleep.
Your phone was out of reach.
What else? What else is there to do in the province but sleep?
Well,
That's
I've
province
been
life.
driving all over the place.
Why?
Driving all over the place.
You got a nice black background.
Huh?
Are you?
Yeah, man. Cause,
are you a hostage,
kids
bro?
are-
It's like dudes behind you. Like,
Hello, but
I could change it if you guys
no,
want.
I like it. I'm digging it.
Put
I'm
it
digging it. I'm just looking for the two like Pakistanis behind you, and like fucking guard.
hello, but
Giving you a speech.
I think we're offending people right now.
Nah, fuck that. It's
we are
just jokes. Just
we
jokes.
are
Sensitive
we
word.
are.
You are.
I'm gonna get so much backlash for
Willie's
this.
like Allah.
I'm gonna get so much backlash for this.
No, we're not. Fuck that.
All you need is that flag in the back.
There you go, man. And guess what? You know, you're gonna get called to the office. Whatever, you know, boss is gonna want to talk to you.
I'm gonna get so canceled.
You know, boss Paulo is gonna want to talk to you. Hey, man, I gotta let you go.
You're being racial.
Hey, you know, we love all
like,
our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Of course we do. We love everybody.
What
Bro,
a great way to sugarcoat it.
We're already hot on Thor, man. We were talking about
Okay.
Jane Foster Thor. Your thoughts?
Mjolnir? Oh yeah, okay. I thought she looked great.
Right.
I thought she, yeah, you know, I thought I was like, wow, how much did she work out for this? You know,
Right? She had guns, man. Arms looking like Ali's right now.
Yeah, it was interesting though. Like what they probably did, it looks like what they did was they shot her at two different points of production. So they probably shot those scenes of her being sick, and she, they probably told her, hey, don't lift any weights, or something like that. And then then all the other scenes where she they obviously she trained for. You can see the big difference, So
Can I break that?
When she had that scene, are you talking about when she had the scene where she was getting dialysis?
I'm talking about that scene, but also when she would switch back when she didn't have the power of Mjolnir. She looked like her normal self, right?
Mhm.
So, and you could totally tell that in those scenes, which I thought they did a really good job of, the contrast, in real time.
Yeah.
She
scene when she was in the mirror.
didn't have right? She didn't have the muscles, Yeah, forgive me, guys. My brain's still kind of asleep. I'm still trying to kind of wake up
Cool.
here. I need
It's
that
there.
coffee.
You got
You're
it
good,
down.
man. You're good.
I'd hate to smash the myth though, because I saw some behind the scenes. I mean, she had guns, but she also had those tracking dots on her. Chris Hemsworth did.
Oh,
it.
so it's CGI,
Yeah.
CGI muscle?
Some of it was CGI, so she didn't really get.
Okay.
But she was yoked though. I saw some behind the scenes, but not as yoked as she was. And the scenes.
Is there any
But I mean,
training? Is there any videos of her training for Thor?
No, none that I've seen.
Because she's just naturally a petite woman. So
Exactly. Yeah. She's like 5'8",
right.
and Chris Hemsworth is like 6'3". So
right.
great
I mean,
for their shots.
seeing her in
where they were
Black
walking
Swan, right?
together.
She was a ballerina in Black Swan,
Yeah. She was thin as fuck in Black Swan too.
right?
Yeah.
And remember Closer? Yeah, you remember.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I can't really get explicit here because the kids are here and wifey's behind me. But I just remember Clive Owen. Okay, you'll get this.
That pink hair scene.
God.
That pink hair scene.
You remember me? Huh?
When she was wearing the pink wig.
We're talking
That's
about
the scene you're
the
talking
strip club,
about,
right?
We're not gonna get into graphic detail. Just the pink.
Oh yeah,
pink
yeah.
wig scene.
Hey, I think we already are.
No, I remember
I think
John
we're already
Adonia,
in graphic
John
detail.
Arico. Man, this came up. This thing won't stick, man.
Tell your captors to keep the light up.
I just remember. Oh man. Okay, there we go. I remember talking about that movie because that movie came out around 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
And he was, hey man, he couldn't stop talking about Natalie Portman in that movie. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed her part, and it's good to know that she's dead, but she's not dead. You know, post
That's my
credits scene.
She's in
question too.
Valhalla.
So,
That's my question
She's in
too.
Valhalla.
Yeah, I know she's in Valhalla, but that means
Valhalla.
dead, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's the
I mean,
magic.
they got the
We're
they,
dealing with the
but
gods.
they got
Dealing-
those astral planes and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that she can come back, possibly.
Anything's possible. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Loki's died 4 or 5 times, and we have a show
Yeah.
about it. You know what I mean?
And I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a variant version of her out there somewhere.
Yeah.
There we go. Now multiverse, right? So
Yeah.
Very
Right.
interesting.
Cheers,
Here's a
fellas.
question. Cheers, guys. Well, okay,
Cheers,
fine.
fellas.
I'll drink to that. Here's my question.
Where you at, Pete?
oh
Where
man,
you
I
at, Pete? I know you got something.
I really need one. No.
Here's a
nothing
question I
over
wanted to post earlier, but I was waiting for you to get on. Because a lot of people have been saying this. This was their one gripe about the film. Was it too wacky? Was it too jokey?
No.
For you guys?
No, not at all.
I
I loved
thought
it.
so.
You thought so?
I loved it.
Did you think so, Ali?
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning. In the beginning.
In the beginning.
But then it started
No,
to
but
level
was it too
out,
much?
and
That's
I
what I'm
started to
saying. Was
really
it-
enjoy it. You
did it
know,
ever
in the
get to a
beginning,
point-
it was like maybe a little too much already.
Was it because people
I
are
loved
like,
it.
this is the Batman and Robin of the Thor franchise?
Oh,
Like,
man.
what? Are you kidding me? Did it reach that level for you? Where it's like, this is too much jokes. There's too many jokes in here.
I loved it.
For me, I thought this is Thor, man. You know, so maybe they need to 50 it. You know what I mean? I mean, which they kind of did if you think about it. But I don't want him to be a goofball. You know, because he was a bit of a goofball. Remember, we were on the phone talking about this. Ragnarok was perfect. We never seen him like that before. And we all know that Chris Hemsworth has great comedic timing. There's no question about that.
Yes,
But I don't
yes.
want to see it to be too much. You know, and I thought it was a little too much in the beginning. It was too much in the beginning, you know, because you already had the entity there, which was Chris Pratt. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he didn't. That was kind of weird for me. I thought the Guardians of the Galaxy were going to be in the movie a little bit longer, but of course he could have very easily, the Guardians of the Galaxy, particularly Chris Pratt, could have very well easily overshadowed Chris Hemsworth if they stayed in that movie longer.
See,
You know what I
that's
mean?
you just
And
answered
so
the
I
question.
kind
Yeah,
of
for
get
me.
that. I kinda get
Along
that.
with Drax.
Yeah, I kind of get that. But then, like I said, it leveled off. It leveled off. They still had the comedic, but it wasn't all coming from a goofy Thor. It was coming from other players in that movie. The one that comes to mind is Russell Crowe.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Did
yeah.
you dig?
I
Did you dig?
love
I
Russell-
love this.
I love
fucking-
Russell Crowe, and I was like, I didn't know it was him at first.
I
I
thought
didn't know it was him. I was like,
Valkyrie
who
was
is that
funny
guy?
too.
Why does he look so familiar?
Valkyrie was funny too.
Huh?
Valkyrie, she had her moments.
Valkyrie was funny. Hey, Willie, she looked hot in that movie, right?
I
think that's the
her
best she's
costume works
ever
for her
looked.
better than the other.
In all of the MCU, right? Right, guys?
Yeah,
You know,
it's cut sleeve.
I liked her in
Yeah.
Apollo. I mean, I liked her in Creed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked her in the Creed movies.
She's great in
but,
Westworld.
She looked especially good in this.
I got kind of tired of her in Westworld.
Oh, she's not on Westworld anymore.
Oh, she died? Did she die in Westworld?
No, she still is.
Because I stopped watching after season 2. But fucking, that's the thing though. For me, I was telling Willie earlier, with Taika, it's
Yeah.
perfect balance of, as you said, right? It levels out. He makes you laugh, but at the same time, when
Yeah.
it comes to the crying part, the softer parts, or the more the drama, the more dramatic parts, he fucking drills it in perfectly, like, you know what I mean? Like when you see Natalie in
Yeah.
having her dialysis, I'm like, especially coming from uh my
I thought it
cousin
was
just
perfect.
died
I
of
thought it was
cancer, so you know what
perfect
I
the
mean. I
way it
could feel
was.
that shit. He could drill it in, and at the same time, still
Yeah.
inject a little bit of humor to make sure you're okay,
Yeah.
that you're not totally a wreck after a while. How do you guys feel about
Hmm.
the love angle, the rom com moments?
I loved it. I
Fucking
loved it.
same here.
I loved
Ali,
it. I loved it.
it's like he fit a rom
You
com
talking about
inside
the
of an
daughter?
action movie. What?
Ali on the love seat on the love seat. How they just just grew apart.
Oh wait.
The love
Yeah,
angle.
the love
Oh
angle.
yeah. No, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I like how they told the story
They
all
use
in like
ABBA.
1 minute.
That's
You
yeah,
know.
wait, yeah. That was ABBA was the soundtrack to that too,
Uh,
right?
I
Are we
loved it.
losing you,
yeah.
I
Ali?
loved it. And
I don't know if
I
you
saw.
he's about to say something or not.
I loved all the symbolism in it. They had that scene where when they were finally sitting like so at both ends of the
Yeah, with
couch,
Mjolnir in
and then
between.
you had Mjolnir in
In
between.
between,
I just thought it was like all the symbolism was there.
yep, and fighting over dinner. It's like, what do I have to do?
Yep.
It was fucking. I don't know, man. Maybe I was overly baked as usual, but that was like that hit. Plus, it's Natalie Portman. You know what I mean? It's like
He
watching
said as usual.
as usual.
Yeah.
It's like watching Garden. You know, you guys have you guys seen Garden State? Like one of her few
Yeah.
rom-coms. It's like watching Garden State in the middle of Thor with Chris Hemsworth instead of Zach Braff. I'm like, damn, this works. You know?
It does, and like the beginning, the early fight scene where he's fighting those bird characters. The way,
That's the whole fan. Down.
dude, you know what that reminded me of? Have you seen Back in Black, the music video, but the Muppets version?
Oh no.
Dude, you gotta get on YouTube.
Okay.
Watch Back in Black, the
AC/DC,
Muppets version.
The Muppets.
Yeah,
version.
it just reminded me so much of that, and he does the Van Damme splits, and
I love it.
and
He looks at one bird creature and he goes, ah, and then he looks
Yeah.
at the other one,
Yeah.
ah.
it was. I mean, it was perfect, dude. Like my. I mean, again, I was watching it with my two kids, so the comedy mixed with the action, mixed with he was trying to mix in some drama. The scene where Chris Pratt talks about doing it for the people that you love and people that matter.
Yeah.
And then Thor just like come on, man, look. See, it's bringing a smile to Ali's face. It was just right.
Yeah,
it was
that's what
just right.
No, I want to go back
just
to the
right.
Van Damme scenes. It's also in line with him being with the Guardians too much, because you know how Chris Pratt's Star-Lord is like an 80s kid and everything about the 80s is awesome. And that would rub off on Thor. You know what I mean? That he must have showed Thor some Van Damme movies when they were out in space. So now Thor's got
for sure. He probably saw Bloodsport.
He's doing exactly, and
I'm
he's doing
sure
the
he saw
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Remember, he even does the Bloodsport. What do you call this? Roundhouse kick on that fucking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it makes so much fucking subtle sense, man. I loved it.
And Van Damme did his on bricks, right?
Yes. No, and that's his finishing move.
Or were the chairs? Were the chairs?
That's the Van Damme finishing move where he does the fucking roundhouse.
No, I'm talking about the splits. Or no, that's the Johnny Cage.
No, he does the splits every fucking movie. He's done it to remember the commercial for the two buses or whatever? And he was doing the split. That's what it reminded me of.
But that's also the Johnny Cage move, right?
Yes. No, Johnny Cage move is the
splits
nut punch.
to the nut, but the splits to the nut punch.
Yeah. That's also which is inspired by Van Damme.
Okay.
How about
awesome.
the jealous hammer thing?
I love that. I loved it. Mjolnir. Junior, come here, boy. Junior.
Hey, Stormbreaker.
I loved it. But how
Uh,
does Mjolnir just not know Thor anymore? That's crazy.
yeah. Well,
That's crazy, right?
yeah. I love that. Well, again, that whole romance sequence was capped by take care of Jane always, right? So once Jane is like at the brink of death, Millionaire kind of saves the day, but actually still kills her, which is kind of I don't know. It's
Poetic.
yeah, very poetic by me.
It sucks.
Ali,
It
why are you all
sucks
frowning?
actually. It sucks actually. I mean,
What's that?
No, nothing. I was on the hammer thing, so I dug that. And one other thing that I fucking dig about Taika's movie, especially with the Thor, there's always stakes. In Ragnarok, he got to destroy Asgard. He got to kill Odin. And then Loki, no, Loki didn't die. But he got to destroy Asgard and kill Odin, right? That was the last scene of Odin. He says
yeah.
goodbye
Yeah.
to the kids, and
Yeah.
now
Turns to dust.
turns to dust, which fucking Matt Damon does again. Did you guys notice who played Odin? I couldn't get my hand on it.
I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either.
But
Ali,
who played
did you
Thor?
research
Who
that?
played Thor? Was that the dude from Star Trek? The new Star Trek?
I just know he's a brother of Hemsworth. That's a Hemsworth.
No, that wasn't Chris Pine. That wasn't Chris Pine.
It looked like Chris Pine.
I was trying
No.
to figure that out too.
No, that he's a Hemsworth brother.
No, it wasn't Chris Pine.
Yeah, he's a brother.
But it
of-
looked like him though, right?
Who played Odin? I'm thinking, is this Sam Neill? No, it's not Sam. I haven't looked it up, but that was a funny scene too. I like that. So with this one, we lose fucking Jane Foster. I'm like, Taika really fucking takes some risks, and he puts on the drama, which I love, and as Ali said, it balances out. I've seen it 2.5 times already. Once on Movies Joy, 1.5 on Movies Joy. I paid for it, fuck, so I can watch the pilot. I could watch it again.
But it's the cam version, right?
Yeah, still the cam version. That's why
Okay.
I say half because at a certain point it gets blurry as fuck. So I'm like, man,
Uh-huh.
because the sound is not as good as it was in the cinema, of course, or from a Blu-ray copy.
Like the best thing for me is that I can play the soundtrack and remember the movie. If I can do that, man, that
Guns N'
that movie
Roses
already has a
songs.
leg up.
And
Yeah, that movie already has a leg up for me.
and ABBA. I love the way they worked in fucking all those.
Dude, hey, so you were talking about, sorry to go off topic,
Go.
really quick. Stranger Things has an amazing scene with a Metallica
Surf
song.
Puppets.
I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw it.
Did you see the scene?
no.
Did you see the scene?
I haven't seen it. But I have seen
Go
like,
on
Master of
YouTube.
Puppets, and I'm like,
Go
whoa,
on,
Master of
go on
Puppets.
YouTube and just watch that scene, dude. It might change your mind about it.
Okay, I'll give that a watch. Ali, any other thoughts before you zonk out and fall asleep again? Real quick.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm curious about Hercules.
There you go.
I'm surprised that he wasn't introduced earlier because he's old school, man. This guy he's been part of the Avengers for a long time, and for me, it's like it's about time because I remember watching the first Avengers movie and I was like, what about Hercules? How are they going to introduce Hercules into it? Now we know. And I think it's a great segue because now you start to ask yourself, like, how does Love and Thunder, how does that circulate into the whole multiverse? Because that's where we're in right now with all the other movies. I mean, there's some sort of you saw Spider-Man, of course, and then Doctor Strange, and all the other TV series are,
WandaVision.
we're dealing with the multiverse. Yeah, WandaVision, absolutely. So
What if it's coming with a season 2?
where does Zeus where does Zeus fall in all of this?
That's a good
And
question.
how powerful is Zeus? So we're gonna find out. I mean, we're really gonna find out. And I'm so glad that they finally introduced his name? Was it Destiny? The God?
Oh,
Eternity.
eternity.
He was
Yeah,
in the
there you
lotus
go.
position.
Good thing you
Eternity.
remember that.
Destiny.
I was
Yeah, I
so
told you
geeking out when I
I'm not
saw it.
100% awake
I'm
yet.
like, that's
Eternity.
fucking
I was
cool.
waiting for him to show up.
In Infinity War,
Yeah,
that was
you
one of my
know.
complaints about
Yeah.
Endgame. They could have used
Yeah.
eternity
So
earlier on. Living Tribunal, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
These are the
Hmm.
cosmic
Yeah.
beings.
What
So we
the cool
got
thing about it is that we're going further and further out. I really also, Taika Waititi's taking a lot of. Yeah, you're right. He's taking a lot of chances.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't find this offensive at all. But then there's people out there that may have found it offensive. Like,
right.
he in, remember when they was introducing all the gods, right?
Yeah.
And then there's
Yeah.
like, oh, and
Yeah.
there's the god, there's the carpenter god. You know,
I didn't see
and I'm
Jesus.
that.
sure
Jesus.
I
people
saw the
out there
show. My
saying there's
God.
only one God. There's only one God, and that's Jesus Christ, and our Savior. And you probably had some people out there that were triggered. I hate that word,
Oh,
but
I bet. I bet. I bet. Had to be.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's
We're running
like,
out.
dude, it's just a
I'll
movie,
pause. I'll
man. It's
pause. I'll
not
pause.
real.
Show my God. Did you guys notice that? Show my God. That was
Bow.
funny. The
Bow.
one that looked like a
Bow.
was it Pal? I don't even
Bow.
remember.
Yeah, his name is Bow. It was Bow.
Is
So
that
Bow was a character in one of those. When the trailers come out, they have the Bow.
what's
Bow
I
is
don't-
like a mini movie.
really? I didn't fucking.
Bow is from a mini movie.
Oh shit! I gotta look that up. Even some of my
Yeah, so
friends.
it's like this lady that never has kids, makes the show Pow, and the show Pow comes alive, and she treats the show Pow as her son, and that's Bow.
Yeah.
What?
You've seen it, right? You've seen it, right?
I've
What do I
seen it.
type to
I
see?
saw it
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
I saw it once. Yeah.
And then Bow gets a girlfriend,
Yeah.
and then
Is it a cartoon?
Bow grows up. It's a cartoon.
It's like it's like stop motion picture.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
It's like stop motion picture. Stop motion act or stop action. Was it? Yeah, stop motion. Stop motion.
go.
Yeah.
Like the old Gumby episodes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Or like the
Right,
Harryhausen.
right.
Harryhausen.
Yeah, you
It's
just
clean.
brought me back to Gumby. Come on, man. You brought me back to Gumby.
Yeah. Well, let's not get off topic, man. I want to stick on this. What have you guys been talking about so far? Like, I've got, I have a lot of. I'm really excited. I'm excited about the next installation.
Of
And you know what's good about this whole thing, guys, is that Chris Helmsworth is still young. I mean, he's 38 years
yes.
old. It's not like the guy is, it's not like he's Blade. It's not like he's out my age or Willie's age. You know what I'm saying? Like, where
He's got
you're like
he
you
got
worry about the
miles.
well-being of him doing all these acrobatics and stuff like that.
And he's so
Hey, by the
ripped
way,
in this one.
side
He's
note.
big in this one.
Oh my God! Well, that part of that's HGH, man. Come on, part of that. Come
Still
on.
looks
He's on
good.
that good.
Like,
He's on that.
like, I was
he's on
looking
that
at him. I was like,
good
my
stuff.
goodness,
He's on
I was-
that good stuff.
he's on that good stuff, man.
That
And
good
I'll
stuff.
only, oh, hey, I'll
You
even
know?
know.
Well, I was
Whatever, man. You're the one.
What you're lagging?
You're
What?
the one, Willie. That one minute you look like a 13-year-old boy, and then the next minute,
Whoa.
you get your abs look like they're like made out of steel. So
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Wait a minute. What are
That's
you
why you're
doing looking at
the
my
cool guy.
abs, man? Hold on.
hey, man, I was trying not to look at them because they were so perfect. They were, I'm not. Hey,
Willie runs every day for those
what can I say?
pandesals, bro.
You're over there. You're over there, and
Where?
you were swimming with the kids over there in Boracay Discovery. Remember that 2011?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
I
damn,
remember
where'd
that.
those come from?
I remember that. Hey, man. Hey, endless hours in the weight room.
Yeah.
Follow the Ali Peak program.
HG. What does
It
HGH
works.
stand for again, Ali? Hormone growth.
Human
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 growth
growth
Human
hormone.
hormone.
growth hormone.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not steroids per se.
yeah.
Is that what that is?
No, no. Human growth hormone is completely different from anabolic. Anabolic is normally uh, for guys that want to get bodybuilders. Yeah. When you talk about going back in the day to the 70s, like Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger
Schwarzenegger days.
lifting weights days.
Those were horse
I'll
steroids.
tell us. Yeah, a
Yeah.
quick story. So, Ali Peak comes up from time to time because I feel like it's my duty to make sure that the younger guys know how it was, before. So they see Ali Peak now, right? He's an analyst for the PBA, and then I always have to remind players, like there's a player on our team, Chris Porter. So he's kind of a bruiser, right?
Mhm.
And he takes pride in that. And I'm like, man,
You don't know what
you just don't know. You see Ali Peak now, he was 2 times bigger before he came out to the Philippines. He was twice as big before he came to the Philippines. So like to think that you would even stand a chance holding your ground against somebody like that, and he would only dribble with his left hand and you still couldn't do anything about it. Like he'll back down facing the baseline and you couldn't do anything about it. So I just have to remind guys, like, yo, guys
How
were
much
just
did you weigh
different
back?
back
What
then.
was your max weight back then, Ali? Like your heaviest?
I was still around I was around 250, 255. No,
290,
but you know what?
295.
Hey, look, I was weighing myself, but I was also like there were times where I'm like, is this right? So I could have been wrong about that. I was 265 in college, so
Oof,
yeah.
265.
No, dude, you were so much bigger before you came to the Philippines. I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah,
I
Nah,
still
I
have
didn't
nightmares to
realize
this
that.
day.
I don't.
I still have nightmares to this day. To this day, I still get nightmares.
Back to
Like
Thor.
just like what happened to the
Yeah,
sun?
back
Like
to
the sun
story.
just
We were
like
talking about position.
No, because we were into fucking bodybuilding and how Chris Hemsworth is. I was actually
Yeah,
watching the Iron Man movies, and I realized that in Iron Man 1,
uh-huh.
fucking Robert Downey is the same age as Chris Hemsworth is now. So that's how much mileage we still got.
Was he really? What
Yeah,
he
so-
was? Right?
No, he
really?
was older than
Wow.
Chris Hemsworth
Yeah.
is now, because he's like 36.
he was in his 40s already, right?
I think so.
During the first Iron
I
Man.
think so. Yeah. So we got so much.
No,
more
no,
mileage.
yeah. Chris Hemsworth is 38. I checked. Chris Hemsworth is 38. Robert Downey. Yeah, no, Robert Downey was about 44 when he did the first Iron Man. You know.
How old is The Rock?
Yeah.
How old is The Rock? Just
He's
offhand.
50 now.
Now,
He's
how like how long can Chris Hemsworth keep up that physique? Because he's not built like The Rock. The
He's
Rock
not.
has that Samoan in his blood.
Yeah.
So for him to put weight on like
but
that and keep it
yeah.
on.
This is his
Well,
biggest.
you clearly like when you go to Instagram, when you go follow him on IG, well,
I
first of
follow him,
all, Chris always had a physique not enhanced. When it's not enhanced, he still has a nice physique. I've seen him in other movies. He has the natural abs,
Mhm.
and he's like if he sticks to his diet without taking any
Good stuff.
drug, he can be
PDs.
versatile. So he already has a good physique. But of course you could tell that he really went all out, natural and unnatural for this movie, and I didn't care. He looked great. I thought he looked great. He looked awesome.
Well, he had to look good when
Fucking looked awesome.
I
Zeus
kinda
flicked
looked
him
over to
when
my-
Zeus flicked him too hard.
Yeah.
You
You
flick
Yeah.
too hard, damn
Yeah.
it.
And the girl's
Flick
fainted.
too hard, damn it.
And the girl's
Dude,
fainted.
did you check out?
Tell
None
me
of
that
those
was.
chicks were not
Tell me
hot,
that wasn't
man.
the best scene in the movie. Tell me that was not the best scene in the movie.
I think yeah, that would have been for me the best scene would have. The start was just too
I
strong.
didn't. That wasn't the for me. That well. Oh, you talking about the entire time they were there?
No,
Nah, just in the
whole
entire
scene.
movie. What was the best scene for you?
Good question. I would go to the birds. I love those birds. Now for me, it was a
Good
Achilles.
question.
Remember how Achilles and Troy was when they were like, Achilles, wake up! They're all killing us. And Achilles goes, I was having a good dream, and he wakes and he's beside two chicks as is, and he wakes up.
Yeah,
Having
yeah, I
a good
remember that.
dream.
I remember that.
You have something better in a dream about like sleeping with two hot chicks. That's what it felt like to me. So that was for me the best scene.
Achilles
You?
killed that dude in like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Stabbed him right here in his
Right
neck.
to neck. How about you, Ali? What favorite scene? Ali's lagging. Ali?
Oh man. I don't got you on that one. But huh. I don't know. There wasn't a favorite scene for me. There were entertaining scenes for me, like when he noticed that Mjolnir was back, or he saw the teleportation, or you're right that right,
Mhm.
and he saw Mjolnir, and I mean that was, and then he was like, and then Valkyrie was like, oh, I can't wait for you to see this, right? So Valkyrie already knew, but I mean,
Mhm. Oh, you like that guy?
probably the entire scene of Zeus when Zeus was there. The time that they were interacting with Zeus,
See,
and then
then you
Zeus is
agree
Work
with
wearing
with
the
me,
me.
skirt.
baby. Work with me, baby. Work with me, baby.
I thought you were talking about when he. I thought you were talking about when he when they stripped him of all of his clothes.
That is the same scene. That
And
is
I
the
just
same
thought
scene.
like the
That's the
entire
same
time
scene.
they were
It's
there.
all the same. Let's see who you
No,
are
no,
under those
I'm saying
clothes.
I'm saying from start to finish.
That whole.
No, from start to finish. From start to
Mm.
finish. Like from the very beginning that they entered. What do you call it? Was it Mount Olympus? I don't know what they
I
call
don't
it.
know what that was. I was about to say Olympus, but I
Yeah.
don't think it was though.
He just turned it. He went into fan mode
Yeah.
when they entered
Yeah.
that
And if you
place.
pause that scene with Zeus and all the
Yeah.
chicks, none of those chicks were not hot, bro. Those were all like,
They were all
Oh,
like they were all
yeah.
like 15s.
right.
They were all 15s on a scale of 10. 15.
And then
Even Valkyrie and
Russell.
Jane. Even Valkyrie and Jane.
Yeah,
got-
man.
Yeah.
And they were all
And you got
tall,
Zeus's
fucking-
fat.
Man, that was like
Yeah.
That's
And then you had Valkyrie and Jane like grape.
amazing, man.
Like that whole scene was a masterpiece right there, man.
It was good. I loved it.
Well, I like how Zeus, he got serious. He stopped joking around. He got serious, and he jumped off the platform and he grabbed his skirt.
Dude, that got so many laughs in our cinema, man. When he fixed his skirt when it was going down the stairs.
Hey, what do you think about Zeus's accent, Peak?
We talked about this earlier.
Well, I mean, I wasn't thinking about it until Pael mentioned it, and I was like, first of all, there's a lot of political, like, I'm not gonna say that they're trying to get into the whole political side, but there are a lot of messages in this movie,
Subtleties.
subliminal type messages, and you could take it for whatever it's worth, whether you're on one side or the other. Zeus, he's got a Russian accent. And
Right.
what's Russia been up to over the last year? You know what I'm saying?
Bad
Like,
guy,
what's
right?
what's the narrative of President Putin right now? He's not a very popular guy according to the world.
Hold
right?
on, go.
But then what's also interesting about that is that Putin, in so many ways, whether you agree with his politics or not, is also very, very mysterious and misunderstood, just like Zeus is. Just like Zeus is. We don't know. Sometimes we don't know if Zeus is a good guy. Sometimes we don't know if he's a bad guy.
Mhm.
You know?
I don't
Um,
think he's full on bad guy
Sometimes Zeus
douchebag in
is
this one.
insensitive. Yeah, I mean, but he's a bit of so that's one thing. The other issues, the LGBTQ is full on in this movie. I mean, we all
Super full
I
on, man.
had
Well, yeah. Well, Valkyrie is gay.
no idea that Korg was gay, right?
Korg is gay.
Um, and then
Valkyrie is gay. Valkyrie is
Valkyrie
gay.
jumps after Valkyrie. Remember what Valkyrie
Yeah.
twice in the movie.
Yeah, she's gay. Yeah, she's
She's a
gay.
king. You know, we're even misgendering king and queen here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So there's a
King
lot
is
of
for
issues
dudes.
there. The whole Jesus Christ aspect, right? At least they acknowledge the fact that Jesus Christ is a part of this. So I'm losing you guys. Sorry, I'm losing you.
Let's go.
No, we hear you. I hear you.
I hear it too.
All right.
It's a lot of-
I
Okay.
want to talk about Hercules. Um,
Mhm.
the fact that Hercules
Yeah.
is a demigod, right? He's on the level
Of Thor.
of Thor.
Yeah.
Thor being also a demigod. But why is Thor a demigod if both of his parents are gods?
What's the question? I lost you.
That-
Damn.
Hercules
It's a
being a
demigod.
demigod because his mother is human and his father is Zeus, and Thor being his father being Odin and his mother being what's the mom, Frigga? Frigga?
I don't think he's a demigod. Isn't he a god still?
No,
He's a
Thor's
full-on
not a
god,
demigod.
right?
He's a god.
Yeah, he's a
So
god. He's not
Thor is a
full-on god.
full-on god. Then Hercules should be no match for Thor, right?
But he's Hercules, bro.
Well-
See. We'll see.
Because in the comics, dude, in the comics, Hercules does damage.
Yeah. Wait, hold up,
Hercules
guys.
does
We
damage.
have to cut
They
it short.
talked about how
We gotta wrap this up because I have some. My family's here from Singapore and
All
shit.
right.
So let's
Gotcha,
do the scale.
gotcha,
Let's do
man.
the scale.
yeah.
1 to 10 and last closing thoughts.
Sure.
Sorry, Ali. 1 to 10. You go first, Ali.
You go first.
I go first.
I give it a 9. I mean, why not, man? Like it was all across. It was great. There were surprises around every corner. It was well done. It was entertaining, and I can't wait to see it. And now you're gonna add Hercules to the fray. I can't wait. And that guy, the actor that plays Hercules, he's in Ted Lasso. It's a very popular
Is it worth watching?
TV
TV
series. And he's a good actor. He has comedic presence, and he also has very good. He's a good actor, and he has good comedic timing.
Mm-hmm. W. What do you give
I'll give it a 9. Go ahead, Willie. I know we got to go pretty soon.
Man.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I'm gonna
Wow,
one up,
you're usually the lowest grader in all of this shit. Bro.
Yeah, I just this was just such a fun movie for me.
Mhm.
It had a mixture of everything, like Ali said, surprises all around, all over the place.
Mhm.
It's a star-studded cast. You throw in Russell Crowe, obviously Christian Bale.
Mhm.
Star just I mean, cameo from Matt Damon. I mean,
Yep.
come on now, like
Even
just-
Lady
and the
Sif.
soundtrack.
A little Lady Sif too.
Yeah, Lady Sif. Maybe her arm is in Valhalla, right?
Talks are that she gets the destroyer arm. Remember the destroyer that
Right.
fights in the first one?
See, I didn't even know that,
She
right?
gets that.
Maybe I'll go to Valhalla. Oh, you got to die in battle. Maybe your arm is in Valhalla. It was just so like, come on, that was so subtle, but it was funny as hell. I had a perma smile
Mhm.
on my face throughout the whole movie. Soundtrack was amazing. 9.5.
I wanted to give it a 9, but hearing Willie give it a 9.5, I think I'm gonna give it a 9.5 too. I can't think of
There
anything
you go.
bad about it except for the gay shit that they were shoving down my throat with the Korg being gay. But at least it's not two dudes making out. It's just two rock dudes holding hands. So I'm fine with that. So,
Yeah, there you go.
So it's
And there are only
you
males.
know me, Ali. I gotta
There-
hit it. I gotta hit that.
There are only male Cronins, so
Oh, there you
there
go.
are no
That
female
too.
Cronins.
That too. So I give it a 9.5 because I would even put it I've made up my mind. I've seen it 2.5 times. I like it better than Ragnarok. I'm gonna say that much because Natalie
I
Portman's in it,
agree.
and she
Okay.
does fucking amazing. I more than just a smile on my face. I was smiling. I was crying. I was laughing, and I was like uplifted. But this is a guy who's experienced death. His father, his brother, over and over again. His planet, and yet he finds humor.
His mother.
His mother. There you go, Frida. His mother,
Yeah, his mother.
and yet he finds
And
that's
then I
he
mean,
finds
let's take
humor
it a
and
step
stuff.
further, real quick. Captain America, or not Captain America,
Tony
but
Stark.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
You
Yeah,
know,
Tony
he
Stark.
probably knows about Captain America. He knows about Captain America now.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Cap.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
Cap.
pretty
Cap is
sure.
gone. Cap is gone. He lost his eye also.
exactly. He's done so much, so I understand how someone like that could find humor. Would turn to humor. Would turn to
And
stupidity.
Black
Hey,
Widow.
You know what I
that
mean?
that just reminded me
Yeah.
of one part of the movie where we always only have 50% of our population or something like that. There was a line in the movie.
fifty
We're
percent.
always only at 50% population or something like that because Asgard is always being decimated of their soldiers and their army.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much, boys, for coming on tonight, man. I know this took a while for us to get together. Ali, we shall miss you. I hope I
Yeah.
see you before you fly out, bro. We gotta hang out.
Yeah,
We gotta
man.
come up with
Hey,
something.
Yeah,
we got to
man.
meet up, man. We got to meet
Yeah,
up.
I know. I'm trying to figure something out here.
Let me know. Let me know. Let's text each other in the group.
I got 1 week to do it. I got this week, and that's pretty much it. Because
That's
I'm
pretty
leaving the
much it.
Tuesday after this week.
Leaving on my
So
That's
birthday
crazy
too.
we gotta
how
we
you're,
gotta get
dude.
something
That's
going.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We
I
gotta
thought this
sign off,
wasn't going to
bro.
be until like the end of this year.
Yep, yep. My family's gonna my cousin's here, so that I gotta entertain. I'll see you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Tambay. Ole Peak, Willie Wilson. We out. Adios.